Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is our next project. This is a dresser that we've had for quite some time, and it's been passed down through a couple of the kids, and now my wife and I are going to use it. And it definitely it hasn't been used in a while, so it needs some work. Some of the things we're going to do is we're going to give it a new paint job, which means we'll have to sand it down a little bit, not down to bare wood, but enough to get it to take a new paint job good. Gonna clean up all those stickers. Maybe you recognize some of these characters. There's some repair work that needs to be done. If I pull these out, all of the drawer slides are busted. They were cheap plastic ones, so we're going to replace all those. And then there's a couple drawers that are just starting to come undone right there, so we're going to fix those up. All right. Got all the cheap plastic drawer slides out. You can see that they really didn't stand up too well to kids. They got brittle, broken, and it caused the drawers to just sag. So we're going to get something better for when we put this back together. I filled in the old holes for the old hardware and drilling new holes for the new hardware, or the hardware we're going to be using. Got these vintage handles that I'll talk about a little bit later. So this is a bit thicker than probably these were in before. And you can see that, from the back, they just don't come out enough to work as is. So I'm gonna have to turn this drawer over and do a bit of a countersink on the other side so that there's enough threads coming through to where we can actually put the handle on. And I'm doing this all before I sand and repaint these. That way I don't have to mess up the new paint after it's on there. All right. All right, that worked out pretty well. The hardware is countersunk in there. I used to have a bunch of countersink bits, but I'm not sure where they went, so I just used a 1/2 inch on my drill and just went really light with the tip just to eat into the wood ever so slightly, just to make sure I don't go all the way through, and it did the trick. Now I just got to do this 5 more times to get the holes right, and then we'll be ready for sanding. Okay, so we've got the new drawer pull hardware all pre-installed. Glad that I decided to figure out the holes and do all that work before we repainted these, because I might have scratched up the new paint job. So they're gonna work out really well, and now it's time to sand this thing down. Drawer pulls that we decided to use are these really neat, cool antique metal ones that you see here. They've got a really nice patina that I don't want to get rid of, but I do want to knock down some of the flaky corrosion that's in some of the areas. I'm not sure what sort of metal these are made out of. It's probably brass. I'm using a brass bristled brush to clean them up a bit. Try saying that 3 times fast. We found these at a really neat store called Architectural Salvage near downtown San Diego. We could spend a lot of time in this store. They've got all sorts of old antique building supplies and fixtures, doors, windows, hardware, just about anything else you could imagine. Yes, that is a coffin out there. If you're in the market for a used coffin, I'm pretty sure they've hosed it out, so it should be good. So maybe you can get a deal. If you're ever in the area, I recommend checking them out. I'll add a link to their website in the description below. Another cool thing about this place is that it's directly under the path of airliners making their final approach into San Diego International Airport. So while you're there, you're bound to see some jets close up, which I think is pretty neat. I got this drawer hardware from Amazon. I thought it was going to be a really good upgrade from the plastic garbage that was in there before. So I was pretty excited to see how these worked. But turns out it didn't work so good. Hey everybody. Well, this morning I thought I would go ahead and get these new drawer slides pre-installed so that we could get them all hooked up and get the drawer faces ready for paint. But running across an issue that I did not foresee. So when you look at these drawers, the clearance is really tight on the sides. There we go. And I've found that when I put the slides on the drawers right here, that it interferes. So, got to figure out what we're gonna do. A little bit back to the drawing board and see what products are available to remedy this. Okay. I picked up this Krylon whitewash paint for cheap. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I got it. I don't think it would work that good if the primer didn't cover up most of the purple that was originally on the dresser. So, I mean, it worked out. The Krylon paint was for the main body of the dresser, and for the drawer faces, picked up this kind of seafoam green satin enamels from Michaels. You know, I'm getting really crafty here, so that's pretty cool. Putting the green paint on was pretty satisfying. It covered pretty well, and in the end it took only 2 coats. So my solution to replacing the busted drawer slides was essentially to do exactly what the plastic ones were doing, but this time with wood. And hopefully they'll last a bit longer, so we'll have to see. I was disappointed that the roller slides didn't fit, but that's how it goes. Here's an update on what I've been doing for these drawer guides. Just been putting them in on the sides with some wood screws, and it's working out pretty good. Next I gotta move on to this side to get the bigger drawers in, and then we'll be done. Oh, wait a minute. No, not done. Look, got some green paint there on the white. Green paint there on the white. Green paint there on the white. Dang it. All right, so I got a little touch up to do, and then we'll be done. All right. Here's the final product. It's all done and in the bedroom. We're getting ready to fill it up. I think it turned out pretty nice. What do you think, honey? Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Wait a minute, we need to see how the redneck air filter did. Did it do what I was hoping it would do? Let's take a look. And you can see here, there's all that purple sawdust from when I was sanding the purple down. So that's pretty good. To celebrate, I think this calls for a Jean-Luc Picard inspired meme.